God will free you when you are ready to be free. You are not in control. And whatever your suffering is, you will suffer to the depth that your soul needs to have that experience. God is not punishing you. God does not punish. God only brings light, redemption, grace. Suffering, now I'm going to say you because it's important for that statement. Your suffering is because you cannot see. The waters have not been cleared for the light to shine cleanly and clearly into the depth of your consciousness. Because your consciousness is confused and has distraction, has waves, and mud. It is not bad, it is not your fault that there's mud. It's just part of the journey. That's all. It's part of the journey. Perhaps there isn't a why. Perhaps I'm going to give you a cheat card right now. Why? My mother did this, my father did this, I did that, this card, which is all good because I talk about going into the why. But perhaps on the other side of the door of why, the suffering is just for you to surrender. Accept. Surrender deeper. Perhaps on the other side of the door of why, instead of saying, why don't I have this, and why don't I have that, and why don't I have this, look at her, she's got that, and look at him, look at what he has, and I don't have that, and this is all I have, and now I have this disease, and now I have this, and now my kid does that, and now, why? And perhaps there's another way to process that suffering. And that's what I want to give you today. That is grace. Grace is, I surrender. Okay? Today is different than it was last week. I was in a car accident. I went to war. I came war. A bomb went off. Thing went off. Something happened. Today, my husband left. My dad happened. Today, I lost my job. Money's not coming. Grace comes. For grace is surrender. This is the construct we live in today. There is evil in the world. And evil is the confusion of the muddied waters, the storm. It is very important to detach from the emotions that seeing evil in the world bring up. To not be in your emotions around it. But to watch it with clear eyes of compassion and understanding. That we are on a journey. And we have all agreed, because we are one soul, as I said, we are the sun. The sun is the light of our soul. The sun is a living being. And as long as the sun shines, we will get to live here on this planet. And when the sun stops shining, our soul will have moved on. We have collectively agreed to this journey we call the Maya, where suffering and evil and non-justice and non-fairness exist. Surrender does not mean non-action. Surrender does not mean non-action. Surrender, true surrender, is a state of consciousness, a state of awareness, where you have that aha. I am fully present. I am fully in my body. I am fully here witnessing this movie. And I have a purpose and a dharma to relieve this suffering. Because I understand surrender, this gives you a vision, meaning the blinds have been risen and you are now the window. And in this window, we must serve. We must live a life of service.